Welcome, Crafty Friends. Annie Collins here. Today we're going to create this punny card. Let's go over the products I used to create this card. From Pajama Crafter Stamps, I'm using the Stadium Food Stamp. This contains 4 large images, 2 smaller little pretzels here, and some cute punny sentiments, like having a shell of a time to go with our little peanut guy, who's adorable with little glasses there. For the wrap, we have It's a Wrap. And then for our soda little guy here, it says, I soda think you're cute. And of course, for our little hot dog, frankly, you're the best, which is the one we'll be using today. So this is so cute. I think it's so adorable. All right, so I pulled some pattern papers from my stash to create this. I happen to have a hot dog themed pattern paper, and it's so cute. On the other side, I'm not sure what it is. It's red on red, and this one here, which has got the gingham, it's got ice cream cones on the other side. I have my card base, and I brought in a piece of Kraft cardstock that I've used a die from my stash to trim it down to enhance the the hot dog bun. And then I have a hexagon where I will be stamping our image. This is from Marshmellow cardstock from Pajama Crafter. And I'm going to bring in some enamel dots. Those are glitter enamel dots from my stash. I'll be coloring our image today with Olo markers. And these are the markers here. I'm going to give you a quick look. And I will be sure to put the caps up when I'm coloring. I have 2 shades of a brown, 2 shades of a red, a yellow for our mustard, and a little gray here just to enhance the little sneakers and the gloves. All right, so that's what we have going on. This so cute with the little sneakers on these little images. All right, I'm going to bring in Memento ink to stamp our image because that's alcohol friendly, and VersaFine for our sentiment. So I'm going to clear everything out, bring in my stamping platform, which has a sticky mat in it. And I think my sticky is kind of not so sticky as much because you'll see here that it doesn't quite hold my paper. That's why I'm using my magnets either way as a little, backup. All right, so I'm going to center my little guy as much as possible. I know I'm going to trim off a little bit off of this hexagon, so I want to make sure he's sort of centered. And then I'm going to put my sentiment more towards the left because I'll be using September's sketch because we have a sketch challenge over at the Pajama Crafters Facebook page. If you haven't tried it, please do so. So much fun. So the sketch is there. And I'll link you to the Facebook page so that you can join, see the sketch even better, and join the challenge. So I'm going to use my stamp press. That little frog is from Pajama Crafters, and she has some new ones in the shop. So go check it out. They help you get a nice even press on your stamping platform. There's our little hot dog guy, and I'm going to do the sentiment. I'm just going to move it down here, remove that image, and put in the sentiment. Do my best to get it on here straight. There we go. And of course, I'll change out my ink pad now. Excuse me, I have to bring it closer to myself so I can make sure it's nice and straight. There you go. Then I'm going to use my VersaFine Onyx black here to stamp. Get my stamp press buddy here to help out. And one more time. I always do it twice to make sure it's all filled in. Since it is a solid sentiment, the letters are nice and thick. All right, I'm going to move that out of our way, and I've sped this up just a bit so that you can see me color, but it won't take as long because I color kind of slow. So we're going to start out with the yellow, which is our Y02, Y0.2. These are Olo markers. They run a little different than Copics for our mustard. And now for the hot dog, we're doing R0.5 and R0.6. We start with the 5 first to fill it in, and then the 6 to bring in the darker color. This is a super cute and easy image to color. That's why I'm only doing 2 colors, except for the mustard. I did just the one. Then we'll move on to our buns. And these are O markers, so O 4.3 and O 4.6. So I started filling in the image first with the lighter marker, and then I'll go in with the darker to bring in our shadowy parts here. And I'm also doing the little arms because they are part of his little buns, I guess. And then I'll take the darkest marker and fill that in, fill in little dots just to enhance the bun. I also used the yellow marker, I should say, for his sneakers and his little gloves, giving me the accent. And then I have the CG1, which is a cool gray, just to add a little shadowing underneath him and to his sneakers. The image is colored, it is done, and now I'm bringing in a Jelly Roll white pen and number 10 to bring in some accents. There, our image is done. Our sentiment is ready. Again, here's a look at the sketch, and we're going to put our card together. So I'm going to adhere the gingham pattern paper first, and I trimmed it so it's a little bit smaller than my card base. I'm going to use some Burley Art liquid glue to adhere this here. Trying to make sure I'm in screen, so I'm moving up. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and press that into place. And then our hot dog themed paper, I'm going to center that on our gingham, but slightly to the top because we're going to don't forget that band towards the bottom. So I want as much of our pattern paper here to show. I need to straighten this up a bit. There we go. Now you see it's slightly higher, and that way I can have a little bit of the gingham showing on the bottom and the band here on the towards the bottom here. So I'm going to straighten this out a bit because it's slightly crooked. There we go. All right, now that it's on here, I can decide. I know I want it here, but I want to go a little bit higher. And I'm going to pop this up using some foam adhesive. Now, whatever's hanging off will be cut off so that it matches our sketch. It'll be close enough to the sketch. So I'm going to go ahead and place some foam adhesive tabs on the back. I'll check to make sure if I need some more. Typically, I lay this on here, flip it over, and trace. I should have done that, but I'm playing the I think I got this moment here. And I usually lay this, hold it, flip it over, trace with lightly with a pencil, so I know to put the foam adhesive inside the line, but I didn't do that this time. All right, so I'm going to remove all the backing from the foam tabs and place this on our card. One or two more of these. There we go. I think we've got it. Yep. And there you go. I'm going to place this. Remember, whatever's hanging off, I will trim off. See, I open and grab my large scissors and trim this little edge off. And there you go. And now it matches our sketch. So you can leave it here, but as you know, I like to add a little more. So I'm going to add some glitter enamel dots right here. Going to place my glue dots, my little dots of glue, not glue dots, little drops of glue to place my enamel dots. Now, these enamel dots I've had in my stash for quite some time, so I don't know how reliably sticky they are. That's why I'm putting some extra adhesive. So I'm placing some red and yellow dots down to emphasize our hot dog and mustard situation going on here. I'm shopping this one around the card to see if where I want, and I end up landing right above the hot dog. There we go. And now our card is complete. Super cute, super easy. I think this is so adorable. I love Punny. I do. I can't help it. So again, we have the Stadium Food stamp from Pajama Crafters, and I will have this linked for you in the description box below. Here's another look at our card. Thank you for being here. I hope you found some inspiration.